have failed my systems. Welcome back to Making Everyday Magic. My name is Shanna, and if you are new here, we're a homeschooling family of 4. We're in our 7th year of homeschooling. I am also a small business owner, work from home mom, in addition to what you're seeing here. Today, I want to share with you why systems save my sanity. Guys, before we go any further, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, you can find me right on down in the comments or over on Instagram at Making Everyday Magic. So we have been in a wee bit of a busy season. And instead of hunkering down and relying on my systems, I have failed them. Now, my systems have not failed me because when I work them, things are just better. It's just better. Things are just better. So I know that this season of life, this last 2 months, has been me failing my systems, not my systems failing me. Now, let's talk about systems for a minute. I have several systems in place in my home, in my life, in my day that help me function in a manner that does not require me to sit down and consciously think about what I need to do. And that works very well for me because anything that I can automate is much easier for me to do, to get done, to make happen, because it is already just part of what happens, right? I don't have to plan it. I don't have to put conscious thought into it, which frees up some brain space. It just is what it just is next. And that for me is gold. And I use this in our homeschool, in my work life, in my personal day. So in our homeschool, you guys know I do a flow as opposed to a today we do this, then this, then this, then this. And I don't map out to, this week is lesson 3, next week is lesson 4, pages 57 through 58. What I do is instead we do first, the same thing over and over. So basically these are the same things and you just pull it out and go to the next lesson or the next page of that. So I'm not constantly having to kind of micromanage all of those things. And that works really well for the way that I operate and the way our homeschool operates. Other things that I do, other systems that I have in place is I prefer to get up earlier before my kids. I recently shared a morning routine last month, and it is one of the, I know that I do certain things. So I start the day with coffee, and then I usually, catch up on socials or emails or anything from overnight. I like to start my day with a little bit of work because then I'm feeling like I'm checking the work box in the morning. So by checking a little bit of the work box, a little bit of the personal box, ideally, if I can figure out some sort of chore to serve the home, thinking about dinner, starting dinner if it's a crock pot, getting one little chore knocked out in the morning, then I'm fully ready to engage with the kids and do our homeschool day because I have already put something in place. I've already put a win in each one of those columns, and that works really well for me, which is another thing that I have gotten a bit out of habit of doing. Other systems that I do have in place, for example, from the time that you are seeing this video, it was edited the week before, which means it was filmed the week before that. So I tend to stay 2 weeks out, which helps me really, 1, plan my content, 2, stay on consistency. If I've got things coming up like a vacation or something just gets a little out of hand, I can plan around that because I'm looking ahead. That's something that makes me feel like I'm doing a good job of planning, and therefore things are getting done if I'm doing a better job of planning, because when I am not planning, another thing I feel down a little bit on right now is I'm not doing a great job of looking at my day daily, really figuring it out, looking at my week ahead, because our weekends have been a little jam-packed, so I haven't taken that time to really sit down on the weekend and plan out the week ahead. Little things that I do, I like to package all of my orders on Sunday, because those are things that have built up from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so that they go out on Monday, so that I'm starting with a fresh slate as far as my Etsy shop is concerned on Monday. Those are things I like to do. I like to get my videos up and ready the day before, so I'm not scrambling in the morning. the way that I look at it is that anything that I can do for later Shanna is a gift to her. So if I can get things done now that help later me out, that is wonderful and is just a favor that I am doing for myself for later. So it's a little gift that I'm giving myself later if that's already handled now. I am currently in a space where I know that I have been failing my systems, and I can really feel it in my everyday life. I can feel a little bit of like hectic energy around what's for dinner and what's coming, and my house isn't as clean as I liked. And I know that part of that is that we went essentially from Halloween decorations and having a party almost directly into decorating for holidays and Christmas. And so just the visual stuff freaks me out a little bit. And so I am pretty ready for that to be done. Currently, I am filming this right before Christmas. So it's right before the start of the new year, which is a good time for me. I am a huge productivity, self-help junkie. I love the books. I love the self-assessment. So for me, I am really into this season of like, okay, what can I do? Where am I slacking a bit? What can I do better on? And my systems keep coming to the forefront because I can really physically feel that I'm out of practice with that, out of sorts with that. I can feel it in myself, in my home, in my family. So it is important to me to get back on that. And how I am going to do that is I'm going to start it back simple. I've got a video coming up on a full week of my cleaning. Now, why am I doing this? One, so that I can show you what I'm doing, but two, so that by declaring that I'm going to show you what I'm doing, I will then do it. Okay, so the first step is to get started. And ditto a full week of cooking. So these are things that, it's the new year. I think everybody's looking for new, fresh, fun ways to do things in life. Something that I personally love to do is theme a day. You guys know this. So I will be sharing my full week of cleaning, which is all themey, and then a full week of cook with me and like meal plan and how we do that. Because again, I've let my system slack and I need to get it back. So right now, I'm going to let you know that these are things that will be coming down the pipe soon. So I hope that they are helpful and useful to you. I know routine videos tend to go really big because it is helpful to see what people are doing, and people, especially whether or not they are successful, if they give that appearance of having some success or some handle on something, then it can be very motivating, encouraging. Maybe there's ideas that you haven't thought of. So I hope that these will find you well, but I do plan on sharing them. So let me know if you have specific questions on those or things you really want me to address in those videos. And I will absolutely do my best to make that happen for you. So systems, I've got to get it back. I have been slacking. In getting back in my systems, that's also going to give me now at the start of a year a really good time to assess what is serving me well and what is not serving me well, because maybe we need tweaks. And I've been thinking on this, and I think what I need to do is theme my days. Like Monday is a work day, Tuesday is an out of the house day. And I think that's probably something that I need to do, or I need to do a little bit more of a set schedule for myself, because right now, getting pulled in a lot of different directions. We've got a lot of day activities and evening activities, and I'm feeling very out of sorts as far as when I'm fitting work in. And I do tend to fit work in around the rest of life, but I'm doing a bad job of planning that so that it is dedicated. So that's a little bit of where I'm struggling right now. So maybe we'll do like a revamping my day kind of thing coming up, but basically systems. I'm failing them. They serve me well when I do them. And even if, like I just mentioned, it's a system where it does need tweaking or it does need some change, even if it's not the optimal system, even if it's not 100% the system, any amount of myself that's working the system, that consistency truly makes such an absolutely huge difference, even if the system isn't 100%. So it is important that I get back into the consistency, into the routine, into working the systems, because right now I'm failing that. So yeah, I don't know. Is it just the turn of the year? Can you feel me? Is it, you understand what I'm saying? It's a lot going on. Also, I do feel like burnout is coming, which I'm going to film a video on in a minute. So I think it's all kind of tying together for me. So I need to get back on the systems. Kids are cleaning the guinea pig. I think that's it. Other systems I know we have, and I'll talk about this in the cleaning. Kids' chores. It's always a really big one, huge one that comes up for people is kids' chores. And I think people just don't know how, don't know when, can't relinquish that control of that. So we will be talking with that in that video as well. So yeah, I think that's it. And that's everything I wanted to say. I proclaim I shall reclaim my systems and allow them to serve me well, because I am doing a bad job right now. But we're gonna get back into it, get back into the swing of it. Let me know, what are your systems? What are you doing? Are you a system person or are you a schedule person? What are you doing? Is there a book you've read recently that would help you that I need to read? Because again, turn of the year, I absolutely love a self-help product. So guys, I hope that you found this helpful, entertaining, or informative. If you did, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, you can find me right on down in the comments or over on Instagram at Making Everyday Magic. Yes, let me know, do you do systems? What are your systems? What do you have a system for that is absolutely gold for you? Because I am just always in the market. Bye guys.